expecting the same fan vibe from the well-traveled Black Bears? Because, it's kind of a Penn State home area that you guys are going into.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of Penn State people there, and I'm sure there'll be some Mainers there too. And our focus is first 5 minutes of Friday night. It'd be really important for us to have the same kind of energy that we had both nights.
Why the first five, Coach?
That sets the tone for the whole game, and that's everyone's first shift. So it's if you set the right standard early, usually the rest of the game falls into place.
Can you just talk about the resiliency of your team, and you win that double overtime game, short rest, you come out and you really put the hammer right off the get-go, and what it says about this team now?
Yeah, I think what it says is it says a lot about our leaders, Lyndon, David, Tommy, Holter, Reddy, I go down the list, Harrison, and it says a lot about the staff. Those guys, I said this last week, they have, maybe probably a bigger effect on things than I do from game to game. So it says a lot about how much they care, how much the leadership in the room, and obviously with Jason and Fade and Soltz and Fonte, those guys having the world's ready.
Could you imagine have gotten more out of your portal guys than you have this year? It's a pretty good.
No, yeah, obviously they're all good players, but they're good people, and that's I think why it's worked so well.
Right now, once a week,
you guys all know David Brazil, Harrison, and Nolan, and
we don't want to overdo it.
if you bring a questionable character into that room, I don't think it's going to work real well. And all those guys are just phenomenal.
So
kids.
important and so important.
Did you imagine them all kind of fitting into some of the roles that they fit into? Has it worked like the way you had it on paper maybe before? Or?
No, it just kind of let it organically do whatever. You don't know what's going to happen, but I think we were confident that they would be the right people, and they're going to work hard. So when that happens, then the rest of it follows. And
right now, it's good.
Obviously, a lot of those guys have had good years, and it's really helped us. So it's been great.
Taylor, you had a connection with the other guys. What was your selling point with them?
I coached,
it might be different than a freshman recruit or something.
So I coached with Charlie Russell's dad at Providence. I knew Charlie since he was 5. Frank played with a bunch of our guys in Penticton, so that's
so important, especially this time of year.
Owen Fowler, no one really had connections with, and he just came up here and played when he was with Lowell's freshman year, and he's like, I want to be in there, and then Mitten, some connections with his family, so we had a good read on most of them, what kind of people they are.
Coach, it's an old cliche. The further along you go, defense really does win. Goaltending, you've got one of the best, and your defense is red lights. Just talk about how important and critical that is as you move on.
Yeah, I mean, Albin's been Albin, obviously most of the year. He's one of the best in the nation, which is the most important position. And then having 6D and all those guys played fantastic both games last night. So that's such a big deal when you can roll 6 or 7 sometimes defensemen. They all can take minutes efficiently. That just makes it easier on the forwards. We got out of our zone clean on Friday night. We got through the neutral zone clean, and that's because our D were moving their feet, making the right play. It makes the game easier for everyone else.
What can you guys learn from the regional loss to Cornell last year?
I think you just learn that every puck matters, every moment in the game matters. We didn't play poorly in that game. We didn't play poorly in the Garden last year against BU, but it wasn't good enough. And then when you have chances to make a play, last year we probably could have been up 2-3-0 in the first period against Cornell, and it was 1-1. And then the game goes the other way. So everything matters, and every moment in a do or die game matters. So I think our guys understand that, and then it's up to us to execute and make the plays.
The greatest moments in this program's history happened before these guys were born. How have you embraced the tradition? How have they felt about it. You know,
well-
and you're getting to a place where there's some momentum in the program right now.
Yeah, I think they care about the program deeply, and which is why you've seen some of the improvements that you see. I mean, they put a lot of work into it, as in the rest of the staff and the support staff and the president, the chancellor, the athletic director, the Seth McConnell. I mean, going down the line, like it matters to the state, and that's I think what we saw on Friday night. And now we have to put that away and move on. But it's a special place to be. It's a special place to coach and play, and maybe as special as it gets in college hockey.